Hey TV fans, welcome to Tori Talks TV. I'm Tori.
And I'm Dr. S.
In this video, we'll be discussing Ted Lasso Season 2, Episode 9, and this episode is called Beard After Hours. This is like the Blue Moon episode of Ted Lasso. It was very beard-centric, kind of cinematic in tone.
Yeah, so this was, did you ever see, it's actually like a reference to one of my favorite Martin Scorsese movies called After Hours. So it's very explicit. No Easter egg needed.
It's very obvious.
After Hours was in the title.
Oh.
And it pretty much, so Griffin Dunn was the star of this movie, who I love.
Oh.
And he basically has this crazy after hours adventure after like having a rough day at work. So pretty much it was right on the nose kind of reference to it. Yeah, so it was really good. I appreciated it for that.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's just so bizarre.
Bizarre is a good word. It begins with a nice somber cover of the theme song to Ted Lasso while he's riding the tube. And then he gets home. He considers calling Jane. He's really still upset about the loss. I don't blame him. And then he's listening to the TV and there's those commentators talking about the game, and then he starts having auditory hallucinations and hearing, I'm going to say their names wrong, Thierry Henry and Gary Lineker, who call him out for not challenging the fellow coach's decisions, and then that just kicks everything into gear. Yes.
He's like, I'm out of here.
Yep. Goes to get a beer at the Crown and Anchor pub. There's the owner, May, who is so funny. I'm glad we get to see more of May and the fans.
Yes.
They have names, the pub guys.
Oh, good.
And now I can't find their names, but I will, and I'll get back to you. I always thought they were so entertaining, so they got their own episode.
I like that.
Just like Beard. Yes. So they're there asking random questions of Beard. I like that there was a shout out to Las Vegas. If you know, you know. But yeah, so then it's closing time. They all got super saucy.
Yes. And
then here we go. Here goes the adventure. So off to this club with, by the way, the clothes that
was great. The lost and found.
The lost and found clothes. Yes. They have to spruce themselves up. And, you know, looking suave, boys. They looked pretty good in those random clothes. So they have to sneak into this swanky members-only club. And they do it kind of in a malicious way to that lady saying that the house is on fire. It's okay.
These secret underground clubs always crack me up, though, so I love that they played with that. Like, yeah, this like who goes to clubs like that?
I don't know. Some elite people, but
snooty people.
Yeah. Beard pretends to be Irish, an Irish professor from Oxford, and that was a pretty good Irish accent. Not that I would know, but it sounded
good.
Realistic
it would
to
fool
me. Yeah, I mean, it got him in with those people. They totally fell for it.
Yeah.
And then in the background, there's this lady in red. Very, very random storyline. Okay, so the lady in red, he follows her, and then he ends up outside. His pants are ripped, and she's like, oh, I can fix those. I thought it was going to be it seemed very sexual.
Well, I think that's what we were supposed to think. It was all very comical. It was a dark comedy.
It was a dark comedy.
But yes, the way she was very mysterious and kind of out of place, like out of time. Like, she looked like she was from the 80s.
Yes.
Like After Hours, which was from 1985.
Oh, there you go. And she takes a lot of pride in people's pants, having them trousers.
Right in her living room, or living space, too. It's just like a rack of people's pants.
Oh, I know. Like tokens of some sort. So that this burly man comes knocking on the door, and then Beard has to have this whole sequence of, I don't know. He's jumping off of buildings.
He jumped off a building into a dumpster. A dumpster.
He got to do a lot this episode, that actor.
A dumpster.
That was definitely a dumpster. But he makes it on the bus, and he's feeling really good about himself until he realizes he doesn't have his wallet and his phone. Tries to get help, but this guy's all suspicious that he's going to steal his information.
That was funny.
Yes, and then, so obscure, he runs into Jaime'S dad.
That was really sad. I was so worried for him. I thought they were going to beat the crap out of him.
I thought so too.
Yeah, like pulp.
Yeah. There was this ongoing recurring event where he kept dropping his keys. He kept dropping his keys.
What's with that old school key? Does anyone use a key like that to open their door?
Is that what they look like?
There's no way. Please tell me, because then I don't want to be talking smack about the keys. But no, I can't believe that that's a key, modern day key. That kind of makes me think that the whole thing was hallucination. Because remember when he was accidentally on mushrooms? Is he accidentally on mushrooms tonight?
I wondered the same thing. I don't know, especially when he ran into Jaime'S dad. I was like, of all people.
It's a bit much.
Yeah. Which, by the way, he was totally outnumbered. And Blue Moon was playing.
Yes.
But it was a cover by Marcus Mumford of Mumford & Sons, who
Mm-hmm.
sings the theme song.
Was lovely.
And then the burly man comes to save him and kind of apologizes, says, I have some issues with jealousy.
He had just come. The secondary pursuit was just to give him his phone and wallet.
Oh, I know.
That was really nice.
I know. I'm still trying to find the pub guys' names. Man, it was Baz and somebody else. All right. Anyway, so the pub guys, speaking of which, they find him and then they pick him up. They drop him off at home. He breaks his key. It never ends. Not that I want it to end, but I keep thinking like, oh, we've reached the end of this.
Yes.
And then he goes and ends up in a church. What?
So I remember when we saw Jane send that picture, she had the neon cross behind her.
Yes.
So then, which I thought, okay, so she's in some club that's like doing some satanic kinky stuff.
Oh.
And then he goes to this church. And so I did actually think, oh, wait, I think there's going to be a thing here. Some weird thing.
Well, he surprised me and he kind of started praying. He said, are you there, God? It's me, Margaret's little boy. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
You know, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, right?
No.
It's this book, a Judy Blume book that I read when I was a child, and it's all about this girl who's like coming of age and she gets her menstrual cycle going, and all the girls want to have big boobs and they do this exercise.
Stop it.
I must increase my bust. So when they reference Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, I was like, all right, I like this episode.
Man, I'm missing all of these little nuggets. Oh, man.
You're younger.
That's awesome. A little bit younger. Yes. Well, he's confessing his love for Jane to God. And he doesn't know if it's just chemical, or if it's pheromones or whatever. And then all of a sudden, he ends up in the back of the church with this rave. And he's hula hooping. Wait, what? Jane hands him a hula hoop.
Was sublime. Like watching him hula hoop, I wanted to be there with him.
Yeah.
I would have been there, like clapping, dancing, cheering him on.
Oh, I know. He was pretty good at the hula hoop.
Was it CGI? Because it was levitating in this slow-mo fashion. Oh. It had to be on wires.
Unless he's just really good.
Unless it's a hallucination.
Yeah. Oh.
Because just not that I'm a physicist, but I just feel like the velocity of the hula hoop was a little slow. Oh. It could not have stayed up. I mean, not that I hula hoop often, but I've made attempts, and I felt like I had to move faster to keep it up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. With the motion? Yeah, I get that.
Somebody tell me if I'm right.
I think you're right, actually, now that I think of it. He was really relieved to see Jane because she had been trying to get a hold of him this whole time he had lost his phone. And he makes this terrible sound and weird motion with his body when the phone dies. Yeah. That was a little weird. But yeah.
So he scrolled really quick and it said, I love you, right?
Yes.
But how far up, right? It was pretty far up. So then we couldn't obviously read everything that scrolled by. But because he didn't reply, I don't know if it became like, now I hate you at the bottom. I don't know.
She seemed to be okay with it.
Yeah.
At the end. Right?
I don't know how I feel about this though. Because I thought we don't really like her.
We're suspicious of Jane.
Yeah. Because of how she treats him. But he said she makes him feel, what was the word? Alive or more interested in things. So I'm all for that. But I don't know. I just don't know if this whole thing was real.
Did he hallucinate this all? I don't know. But he does help the pub guys out. They find Renee and walk through a dark tunnel, and then they're in Richmond Stadium. That was cool. I hope that was real.
I thought that was great. That was totally a great experience for them. They deserve it, and it was so joyful. And I hope that was real.
I
hope so.
But then he ends up back with the coaches, and I love Ted's line where he said that Beard's like the mailman. He always delivers and looks great in shorts. But yeah, they're just like playing back the game just to watch it, and then Beard falls asleep. I think he falls asleep. It looks like he's falling asleep.
So he really was up all night.
Yeah, and those pants are on.
Oh yeah, so yeah, if he has pants on, then it's got to be real.
He was definitely hallucinating those people, the commentators. Yeah. Following him everywhere. Yeah. But there was definitely a departure from our typical Ted Lasso episode. I didn't hate it. I didn't mind it.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I think this was obviously one of the 2 extra episodes that they did. Yeah. So I'm okay with it because it offshoots, but it doesn't change the main narrative. I'm sure people will have their opinions about it, but I thought it was solid fun and entertaining.
Yeah, and I have always wanted to learn more about Beard. I don't think I did learn more about Beard, but I got to see him, a whole different side of him. Yeah. But what is his name? What's Coach Beard's real name?
I don't know.
Were we ever going to find that out? I don't think that's for this season. Maybe season 3. All right. Let us know what you thought of this very different episode. Comment below and then like and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.